Aloha, beloveds. Thank you so much for tuning in on this beautiful day. It's September 4th. It's a Sunday, and down here in Southern Oregon and Williams at my home. And I live right by this beautiful flowing water here, this creek. And so grateful for the waters. I'm finding so much healing being near moving water. And I'd like to speak to the body, the body's intelligence, the body's ability to speak to us and communicate with us in not so pleasant ways sometimes. Many of us have been going through a lot of trials and challenges with our bodies, I feel like, because of the coronavirus that's been unleashed that's out there. And I have definitely experienced the results of that on a few occasions, and it's been really brutal. It's been really challenging, but also I feel there's been a lot of benefit in that for me because it's brought me really present with my body, and I've had to really tune in and learn how to tend to myself in a more complete, holistic way. Whereas in the past, I feel like I pushed away pain and feelings of discomfort with, say, painkillers like Advil or something like that. And even with herbal medicine, you can do that. You can relieve pain and relieve symptoms. It's definitely along the lines of a more holistic approach. Works in a synergistic way with the body and helps support the systems that need support at that time and coming back into alignment. There is deep medicine. It's just allowing the body to go through things. I experienced this yesterday, actually, unexpectedly. I was having a really beautiful day at the coast, at the beach with my beloved for his birthday. And, we were playing in the water. We actually got in the ocean, which was amazing, like fully immersed in the ocean, which is deep medicine. Like that salt water and the Oregon coast especially, the water is so cold. It's so cold and clear. It's so pristine, so beautiful. So getting in that water and then basking in the sunlight was really cathartic, really beautiful, very nourishing. It shifted my energy, woke me up. It just boosted me in a lot of ways. And then, I got back in the car and I was eating some food, and my stomach just like was having a really hard time digesting. And this has been an ongoing issue for me for the last 12 years. I had my gallbladder removed 12 years ago. I was going through a really intense time of my life, and I was very, very stressed. I was going through divorce, and I'd been married for 16 years and have 5 children with this person, and we were going through a really intense, traumatic, brutal divorce. And it really took a toll on my body, and I was having a really hard time functioning, really hard time being present with my body, really having a hard time being present with my emotions. And therefore I stopped eating, I stopped taking care of myself. I didn't even know how to at the time, honestly. And it really took a toll on my body. I went to a Western medical doctor, many of them, and I was given various diagnoses. Pancreatic cancer, you have leukemia. They took bone marrow samples, many blood tests, all different types of invasive tests, MRIs, and things like that in the hospital. And they couldn't find anything wrong. They couldn't find anything wrong. And at the time, I was really struggling and very much in need of support. And unfortunately, I had some trust. I had some trust in the doctors there, and they suggested that there might be something wrong with my gallbladder and that it would be best to remove it. And so they did. They removed my gallbladder, and apparently it was perfectly healthy gallbladder, they told me afterwards. And so I went through major abdominal surgery when I was very thin. I was like 80 pounds, and towards the tail end of my divorce, and needing to take care of 5 children, and then having to recover from abdominal surgery. I mean, I feel like I blocked a lot of it out because it was just so challenging to try and mother. My youngest at the time was 3, and it was just terrible. The house was a mess, and I was a mess internally and couldn't eat, and now my stomach had I had laparoscopic surgery and had multiple incisions, and they told me I didn't need my gallbladder, that I'd be fine without it. But that is actually a lie. And that was the beginning of my deep mistrust of the Western medical system. Yeah, it really failed me in a lot of ways. It didn't look at me as a whole person. It didn't ask me, the doctors didn't ask me what I was eating, what was going on in my life, what kind of stressors I had. I didn't receive that support emotionally and psychologically, because that was the issue. It was that I was in deep state of trauma. I was in a deep state of fear and anxiety, and so anxious in my body that I couldn't function correctly. And so yeah, so here I am, about 11, 12 years later, and definitely needing to support my body digestively because I don't have a gallbladder. Start taking digestive enzymes and seeing an acupuncturist. And yeah, it's been really challenging. And I'm learning to work with my body the way it is now. I don't know what the solution is. I don't think that I could get another gallbladder put in me. I don't know if I want another abdominal surgery. I'm hoping, honestly, to manifest, to regrow my gallbladder in some way. So if anyone has any suggestions for doing that, that would be amazing. I mean, I feel like our bodies do have the ability to regrow parts of us. And I'd love to learn how to do that. Maybe that's in my path, is learning how to do that, so I can teach others through visualization, some other energetic psychic surgery practices, to regrow different parts of the body, and heal different parts of the body. I definitely believe in visualization as a real tool that we have available to us. I have, even last night actually, when my stomach was in great distress and I was having a really hard time digesting, I laid down with my partner and he put his hand on my belly and he prayed for me, and I visualized light, healing light coming into my being, and soothing and tending to all the parts of me. And essentially that's what Reiki is. Reiki is that universal love light that it heals everything, that attunes to and attends to and can correct imbalances. So I'm just going to continue to work with the Reiki energy that I'm aware of. I been really tuning into Reiki energy over the last couple of years since I've received those 3 attunements to master level. And yeah, I think that's so helpful. So if anyone has any questions about Reiki or how it's changed me or helped me tune in to the energetic healing frequencies, please reach out to me and let me know. I think that, I've healed a lot of parts of me with Reiki. Yeah, I still have so much to learn. We all have so much to learn still, even if we've been trained and practiced for many years. There's no end. There's no end to learning. There's no end. There's just, the universe provides more opportunities, sometimes really intense ones, like last night when I was in so much pain I could barely walk, to just hone our craft. So I'm curious what your craft is, and if you'd like some support in finding out what that is, and if you'd just like some encouragement for deepening in your practice of what craft you're drawn to, I'd love to support you in that. I offer guidance counseling in many different areas of life. I feel like I do have quite a bit of experience in many areas of life, but particularly with cultivating health and longevity, and also with energy work, with energy work and cultivating your awareness of what that means, and how you can utilize it for yourself first and foremost. That's how I started my Reiki practice, was healing myself, tuning into the Reiki energy and then directing it towards myself. And then slowly over time I felt more confident to direct that energy outward into the world. and to specific folks who are calling that in for specific reasons. Yeah, the distance work I've been tuning into has been really profound, and so I'm happy to answer any questions about that. If you'd like to receive a distance Reiki healing, I like to really go to potent power portals such as Mount Shasta or the ocean, tops of mountains, near running water, things like that. I feel like the elements, I work with the elements in Reiki, sort of like an elemental Reiki practice. And I've been able to tune into the water in particular to help send the Reiki to where it needs to go and to flow into those places, those spaces, and create openings and clearing and cleansing and purification. So yeah, I'm excited to share about that if you're interested. I also offer Reiki Attunements. If you're interested in being attuned to Reiki, it's a specific frequency that a Reiki master attunes you to, so you can tap into that frequency and start utilizing the symbols and the energies, because it's an ancient system of healing that has certain symbols that unlock the codes to that specific frequency. And once you get into that flow of the frequency, you can really just notice and witness what's happening there, and practice using yourself as a vessel to channel, because we're just channels. We're just opening and opening and opening and opening and opening to universal love and light. So that's the practice. But it's a profound one. It sounds simple, but it's definitely can be very challenging to soften and open. So may this message find you well. May you be having a beautiful day today. May you be enjoying life wherever it has you, and may you feel blessed in every way. Mahalo.